Hello everyone, hopefully everything is all working well. Hopefully everyone is well. I'm just trying to look you up, Tommy. I'm not sure if Mick's in this race, I haven't checked. Are you in the pen yet, Tommy? I better get in the pen. Hopefully it doesn't crash on me. There we go. I'm trying to find you using Whitney's account. Let's see if that's worked. No, still got Whitney. See if it goes back to... Oh, there you go. I'm going to change the view so it doesn't keep changing all the time. Except I can't see very well on this one. Let's go Apple TV. I tried to get rid of the hey, you got 25 kilometers remaining on the view. There you go, Tommy. And this other one, I finally got rid of the. I don't know why I was using up so much CPU. Only thing is I've got to try and work out how to get the chat to work. But we've got 3 minutes. Maybe if I do refresh. Chat disabled, chat disabled. Let's copy that chat again. There we go. Now make sure the chat's working in split screen. Yep, there we go. Well, this is going to hurt, Tommy. I'm not looking forward to this climb at all. This is 2 minutes too long for me. I've got to go back to Apple TV again because it's decided, oh no, that's my screen that's going nuts. Oh, that's why I've been pressing chat rather than... Okay. Well, 2 minutes to go. Who else is racing in this? I've got a pretty big bend just here. Don't know if I want that for the suffering face. It's funny that you've got your on Apple TV it's showing you with the start line because I've got Whitney entering the TT event in Bologna so that I can see you. And so it's showing the start line. I wouldn't mind that acceleration. Yeah, Phil. I'll just make it, one day I'll just make me the whole thing. I kind of like being able to see a lot more of the rider. Like Ed's last stream, he hadn't adjusted the camera, and I was going to ask him to make it bigger, but didn't even annoy him. So I'm on the left, Tommy on the right. Is Mick racing in this one? Well, obviously not C1, but Mick racing in C2. Mick and Katie. Yesterday I weighed myself and I was a nice 73.5. Today I weighed myself up to 75 kilos. Very disappointing for this climb. I really shouldn't have eaten so much on my off bike day. Well, off we go. Not sure why Tommy's not moving very much, but it might just be weird glitch. Yeah, I think this is a weird glitch with Tommy. Hopefully it picks him up properly soon. Let's go to my screen for a bit while it sorts out. Lock these screens down now. Oh, my sister's here. Bit of pressure now. Got to be entertaining. I can only do that for about 30 seconds. Try and hold your attention, Joe. Oh, it didn't work because I haven't adjusted. So Joe, this is a fairly easy ride till we get to the bottom of the hill, and then after that I'm dead. It's only a few minutes to the bottom of the hill. Thanks, Trent. I'll give it a go. We've got Tommy in the race. Just trying to get him. Yeah, it's not working real well, the Apple TV secondary view. Tommy's race looks it looks a bit weird. Go back to how's it up at your way, Joe? It was nice and warm here yesterday. Cooled down again today. One of the guys from Backpedal, our crew, Jeff's in the States, just had a hurricane roll through, but luckily I think he's still got power. So most importantly, you can ride on ZWIFT. Lots of Trons here. I've gone for the lightest climbing bike I can because I want to try and, well, I'll get gapped on the climb, so I've got to keep that to a minimum. Even if it means it hurts me on the descent. I've got to be in a group on the descent, otherwise it's no use. Yeah, David Raynham's really annoyed that he can't do this event. Don't know why. turn down my TV, don't I? Otherwise it might get echoey. I'm not sure if it has been. But yeah. Put a new chain on today, so hopefully the chain doesn't fall off, because I had to break a link. If it does fall off on the climb, I wouldn't be too disappointed. Gives me a good excuse not to smash myself. How's Apple TV going? Sorting itself out. That's a lot better now. Not perfect, but group. Got my sponsor down here. Where is it? Can't reach all the way. Frit sheets. Had to fill up my sponsorship somehow. Split screen. This is a view I like to see, so we can keep an eye on Tommy as well. You being Tommy, or is this weird? It's like this anyway. I think it might just be weird ZWIFT mechanics for the. Yeah, there. It's not working very well. If anyone's watching and wants to join a team, hit the Backpedal Discord or After Riders. It's in the link below. Sound like a real YouTuber saying that, don't I? Alright, climb's coming up. I'm gonna try and not die. Just in time, Graham. Just to fill in space, Phil. Ease up. Oh. Rightio. My gel's going all over the place. Just couldn't quite latch onto that front grip. Yeah, Tommy. Why do you use the anvil then? Oh, don't turn. Rightio. Back on. First time with Creole, I think. Maybe next climb. Makes me laugh about this, but let's work together. We dropped them on the first climb. Even if they get back, it'll be a miracle if they beat us on the second climb. Unless we're working too hard. Alright. Got to adjust my gears. It's not the right one. No. Bugger it. I changed my chain, so it's slightly out of. There we go, that should be right. Ah. Keep picking up my Strava jersey. Don't like it though. Too black around here. Nah, Carl. Well, it might be. We go back up the hill once. One more. But I'm not sure if the finish is actually the banner or one of those blue temporary banners. So I'll have to keep an eye on the kilometres to go. Or metres to go, really. Not get caught out. It's Tommy. First I got the feather. Hope a few of those guys get the Anvil. Just got to keep an eye on heading towards the turnaround point here. Got it up the watts as we go up the hill. I've got the climbing bike as well, so good move, that one. No, it's still shit. Calm down, Tommy. Got my ironing board just in the screen. I'll set up with the clips. Alright, lots have been put on. God, I wish this was a finish. Yeah, hopefully that's not me blowing up on the last climb. Alright, Joe, you stayed a lot longer than I was expecting. Yeah, make me one too, Phil. Extra strong. Wonder if you get a power up both times through that banner. I'm guessing not, because it's too short. Five scoops of sugar. Other groups, not really catching. Maybe someone will attack that group and come across. Yeah, maybe I should, I don't know whether it's Apple TV's not having a good Wi-Fi connection. I'm guessing that's what it is. Just doesn't like Tommy. It wants Mick back. Speaking of which, anyone know of Mick's racing? I can't see me or Katie on the companion app. I forgot to put Kev on the companion app for his Z0 when Cat Zero race. Should have done that. I wonder how he's going. God, that'd be hard. Maybe he did in New Zealand time. We'll push off the front here. Not going anywhere though. Well, I definitely won't be going up faster, but it will be easier in terms of guys will be dropped in this group. Strong guys will get away. And I can just really concentrate on holding my effort for that second bit where we do the Z turn. That's the steepest part of the climb. So if I can hold my effort till then, at least I can make some ground again. We've got a lot of time on the guys behind. 20 seconds is, I mean, if someone bridges that 20 seconds on the climb, they really messed up the first one. Or I really blew up on the second climb. Is your first name John? What's the deal, Karis? Are you on back pedal? It's very confusing for me with everyone with their ZWIFT names, their back pedal names, their YouTube names. It's good having a lot of people in the chat though. Takes the pressure off Phil and David Raynham. Close this a little bit, someone can come over the top of me. Come on, roll over the top. If not, I'm slowing down. I'm slowing down again. There we go. I'm not putting in a big dig for this hill. I haven't got matches to burn. Just keep them in range. Two or 3 seconds is really easy to make up for on this climb, as long as you've got the matches. Alright, people are going now. They'll all slow up as soon as they catch it. Ah, John, I know you. Yes. You talk a lot on backpedal, almost as much as me. I often get the bot telling me I can't post anymore. I've been rate limited. Oh, here we go. Ah, yes. Triple 5. Go on, Tommy. Yeah, Phil. I definitely used him. Where's Tommy? Liam was doing a good lead out for his teammate at the bottom. I think he knew that he didn't have on the climb, so he made it hard for those to chase. His teammate came third. 24 seconds. Holy hell, he smashed us. There's Creel. It's unusual that I beat Creel on these sort of courses. Where's Tommy? Thanks, John. Yeah, Phil. I didn't even buy him dinner. It's a fun course, but it's just that. I think it's like, oh, there's Tommy. 15th Tommy. Good one. You were with me on that first climb, just lost a couple of seconds. Should have been on the climbing bike, Tommy. I won't say I told you so. Yeah, Phil, it's like a 400-meter sprint. That last, well, you go hard at the bottom, try and hang on the top bit. You really shouldn't have anything left. But draft, as you can see, I tried to draft on the lower gradients, which was 8%, because it still works. I remember Ed doing a video here a long time ago. Oh, my DRT's died. Probably have to run. Yeah, that might be my shift. Oh yeah, remember Ed saying that he could feel the draft on those 8%. I can't feel it, but Ed's a lot more sensitive to that, I think. So I made sure I try not to be isolated on those gradients, but of course you don't want to be blowing up. So it was good that I had Liam there to guide me up that first half. Let's have a look at the graph. I actually set my because my training level dropped when I was sick, so I set my FTP to 345, which is what ZWIFT says it is at the moment. So it's probably more like 350. Still a lot of red, of course. I'm glad I did 840 at the end of that climb. That was a pretty good effort. And then here, I was lucky I had two aero guys working together to get me back on. I lucked out on that. Otherwise I would have fallen back into Tommy's group. Yeah, I wonder what mine is, Tommy. I don't think it'll be any best. Shouldn't be anyway. Pretty close. So new best from 5 minutes. I suppose because there's not really much on ZWIFT that you do between 5 and 10 minute efforts. So makes sense. Because you've either got the volcano, but it's a different sort of effort, the volcano. You don't go really hard until the second or the last quarter really. So 10 minutes basically, from 5 to 10. Yeah, Tommy, you got ahead of me, but I tried to panic. I knew that everyone else would come back to me, well not everyone, but I knew that if I kept my effort for that second half, things would come back to me. And I got a bit of an advantage on the descent. A little bit of extra weight compared to the guys that climb really well. Plus I can always do a little kick. If, like at the bottom, aero get away from me, I can have the kick to get back on. Lighter guys with less sprint power would just get dropped. So I was kind of gambling on that, using the aero bike. I mean, using the lightweight bike, I should say, because I knew that I didn't need the aero. I needed any advantage I could get on those 14%. Considering that you haven't been racing much on ZWIFT, you're going to have a lot of improvements soon time it comes ARL. I reckon if that was out the ZWIFT, you would have had me. I'm so glad that's over and done with, guys. It's just an effort you can't hide from. You can draft a little bit, but it's not like other courses where you just put a good hard 30-second effort in. Nice Phil knows I use ZWIFT. One good thing about ZWIFT is it kind of lets you know when you're mentally not pushing hard enough, because it does a pretty good job of knowing your fitness signature and what you should be able to do. Sure, you're going to go up and below it just day to day, but if you're nowhere near it, you know you're really tired or you're just mentally not pushing yourself hard. And I find it's a nice little tool in the bag to have to know if you really are at your limit or you're just mentally weak. And for me, because I don't race outdoors, so I don't really have that feedback from other riders. So when I'm doing, like as Phil asked me if I've done the hardness tests, if you do the hardness tests, they are, as they say, I think I did a hardness test 18. I failed it miserably. Sure, it's because it really takes you to the limit, and if it's not quite perfect with the signature, you're not going to do it. But I failed miserably because mentally I wasn't hard enough to keep digging in and digging in and digging in. You can get that other ways, but for me, because I just ride by myself, I don't have, like you guys have got, we've got David Raynham, Phil, to keep pushing you. Tommy, you've got your racing events, your club teammates and everything, so for me I've got ZWIFT to push against, but at the same time, you see a lot of guys on ZWIFT who you know are actually faster than they really are. Like you look at their power profiles and look at when they're riding, you know they can hurt you, but they just don't know how to hurt themselves. Hey Stephen, or Stefan? Is it Stefan or Stephen? You can't really answer that, can you? Is it pronounced like Stephen or is it pronounced like Stefan? I don't know how it's basically phonetically right. Yeah, exactly, Phil. That's a great thing about it. Like a lot of the times I just take a bit of a workout here and a bit of a workout there. How'd you go? What group are you in? C1? Yeah, for a lot of the times too, if I like that workout I did the other day, to call something like, this is going to hurt, something like that. Even if you don't complete it, just doing some of the work is worthwhile. That's what's good. I think I recommend to people to always get a coach. Not like you and I, where we've learned from experience. Like I'm still not an expert, but I've done a lot of it. Tried a lot of different things. But if I was starting from afresh, I'd definitely give like Ed's plans a go to start off with. That gives you an idea of what you should be doing. Then you can learn and understand and work from there. That's what I like about ZWIFT too, because it gives me numbers I can work with, I can understand. Anyone do that Vitality, I think? The group rides that are giving, I think it's polio vaccines away. Every time you do a group ride you get I think it contributes to a vaccine. I did one of those today as a sort of warm-up. I figured I might as well do something useful with my riding. Yeah, Phil, exactly. Yeah, Tommy, I'm definitely preaching to the choir here because everyone here's in backpedal. Might be a few lurkers. If you're not from backpedal, say hello. Ask me about my trainer difficulty. I haven't got it set up. How many people are watching? I've got 9 people watching. These are 38 mil. I had 42s on I got a Fuji SST 1.0, an old 1992, top of the range back then. Bloody light, it's 7 kilos, and it's actually more of a sprinter's bike. It's got 42 mil bars on it originally. It's like riding a truck. On my gravel bike I've got 42 mil bars, but that makes more sense on gravel. I don't know, my shoulders, so I think it's just kind of what I get used to. I'd rather have 38s than 42s. 40s might be perfect for me, but these are just the bars I had sitting in the shed. I used to run 38s doing courier work in the city. Yeah, exactly, Tommy. And when you're riding in the city, you want to have narrow bars just so you don't clip mirrors. On my motorbike, I've got massive bars because it's a Suzuki V-Strom. That one, God, you've really got to manipulate your bars so much to get through the traffic sometimes. But surprising how good you get at knowing exactly how wide your bars are. There was a stage where I'd probably clip a mirror every single day, just going 20 kilometers an hour just through the parked cars or stopped cars at the traffic lights, and just like clip mirrors on both sides. Felt pretty bad, but it is what it is. There's no damage because the bars have got rubber handlebar grips, so. But you really just, you get used to exactly how wide everything is so easily. So when I go back to my gravel bike, especially too, it's got the non-series, like not 105s, but because it's got hydraulic disc brakes, it's got the non-series shifters, which are really weird and huge. Feels like I'm riding like riding down the street on a big wheel bike. Not even an hour yet. A lot of other ZR races were just starting to finish, I think. I suppose because the degraders have got a Stephen, you were ahead of me. I didn't even notice. That's the thing I tell everyone. Like Mick, one of our teammates, he writes down a race report after these races. Remembers everything. I don't, except if I see riders that stand out, like the Aero guys, because obviously they're in the NRS series, so I know them from watching on SBS TV. But if there's anyone else, unless they're my teammate, I just see an avatar. So if I ever don't know who you are, it's not because I'm ignoring you. I just don't notice those things. Exactly, Tommy. Like even now when I'm looking on the right hand side, like I never look at anyone else's power, let alone looking at their names when I'm on the climb. I'll look at the replay. Did you chase down Liam before the start of the climb? I was just sitting in the back hoping everyone else would do the work because I did not want to burn a match on that. And Liam was playing it really smart because he had his teammate in the group, so his teammate just sat at the back. And I think Liam was saying that he was sick, so I think he knew that he didn't have it on the climb and just wanted others to chase him down. At least that's what I tell myself, so I don't ride as hard. I look for any excuse to sit on the back. It's actually pretty cool when other riders in the group, in the race, watch the stream. Yeah, exactly. I have to keep an eye out for you, because I think we all pretty much race the same week, this time zone. You're going to do the ZRL in the APAC time frame. I've got a Chilean team that I'll be riding for on Wednesday mornings for the American East, because they've just got, well, they've got hitters. They've got a really strong team. I think supposedly we've been moved up to Division 2 this season. It's annoying that I can't understand what they're saying, but it's good fun racing with them because they know what they're doing. But I'm going to try and race in an APAC team. I don't think Backpedal's going to be able to get a team together for APAC time. I don't think I'd care too much if it was Division 3 or 4 in APAC. Still hard racing, isn't it? You should speak to my Spanish friends, Tommy. I've lived in Barcelona, well, not lived. For 3 years in a row, I went to Barcelona and spent 2 months. Yeah, that's what my team says. They all want me to be racing European time zone, but I can't. I mean, I'm up at stupid o'clock in the morning, but if I'm racing at stupid o'clock in the morning, I'm gone. There's no way I'll be existing during the daylight hours in Australia. Yeah. Well, you can use it on the really long rides, Tommy. The endurance rides. Ask everyone if I want a toilet break now. But the other thing too is I was learning Spanish on Duolingo, but my friends all spoke Catalan. So it was like being in Australia and trying to learn Spanish. Like that's how much use it was. So I learned a little bit of Catalan, as in I knew how to ask for a beer and where the toilet was. And hostia. I tried to learn a bit of French because I went to, many years ago, had the very cliche Paris fling. And then, so when Chileans were speaking in Spanish, I had no idea what they were saying because they've also got a different accent too. So I've spoken to my Spanish friends from Colombia and they said they've got no idea what the Chileans are saying anyway when they speak to them because it's a very different pronunciation. It's like me trying to talk to Irish people or English people trying to talk to me. I'm surprised you guys actually know what I'm saying half the time. It's funny, I live in Melbourne, but I was born in Canberra. Lived in Canberra for most of my life, so I've actually got a bit of a Canberra accent, which is a thing apparently. Because in Melbourne, people ask me where I'm from. Yeah, English people. Oh, what about Ed talking to his mate? I got no idea what his mate's saying when they're both riding together. But people in Melbourne ask me where I'm from, and I say, oh, Australia. And I'm like, no, but originally. I like Australia. I'm like, oh, you got a bit of an accent. Yeah, Scott from Comhunt TV. I've never quite worked it out. Is he from Australia originally? Or is it just because of that region? But yeah, I know what you mean, Phil. Like especially in Melbourne, where a lot of people come from overseas. So if you hear a different accent, you just assume they're from another country. When I was in England, it was so annoying, or London specifically. So many Aussies around. I just wanted to get away from them. The Aussie accent when you're overseas sounds so terrible because you start hearing it. So it's kind of like hearing yourself talking when you record yourself. Just sounds horrible to the ear. So I stayed away from Earl's Court. But I wonder, is it the same as for you guys if you go overseas to a non-English speaking country and then you hear someone from your area specifically? Does it really grind on you, or is it just us with our terrible Aussie accent? It just sounds really rough. Yeah, that's the thing, Tommy. Like Australia, we don't really have that big divide because we're such a new country. Obviously, we've got the First Peoples. They've got, I don't know how many languages there is for the Aboriginals, but they've got, I don't know, it's at least 100 or something, different dialects. But in terms of Australia, you have slightly different accents or different phrases. Like when I moved here, I asked people where the bubbler was. And they looked at me funny because where I'm from, bubbler means like a tap in the park that you can drink from. Whereas here they call that a fountain. So a bubbler is probably more like something you have in a toilet. But apart from that, like we've got our really ochre Aussie accents. We've got like our Western Sydney accents. I suppose that's what we have. But they're not from, you know, the Middle Ages. I was probably at the pub then too, Phil. I went when I was 21, which is 22 years ago now. The worst thing about Aussies is when they go overseas, they become more drunkards. They really embrace the fact that yes, we're Aussies, we can drink a lot. That's actually one of the things that annoys me about Australians when they go overseas. There's all of a sudden people who would never say Aussie, 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 oi, 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 and all that stuff suddenly become the most Aussie people you've ever met. God, I hate Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. Yeah, Tommy, you got to eat a bit more. Put some weight on for that downhill descent. Oh, there's people in a rush. Where are they running off to? It's a bus coming. Let's go and have a look and see what they're doing. I actually hardly ever ride this map. Well, I'd say hardly ever. Look at probably the last time I rode it was when I got the pink Giro kit. Where do the people go? Oh, they're going the other way now. That person's got roller skates on. So's the other person. They're moving now. So we're going to... running now. Whitney's asking me a question, but she doesn't want to make any noise. Are you saying hurry up, get off and stop talking crap? What? I can't hear you. I can turn the microphone off if you like. She's so shy. I don't know why. She literally just got off a Zoom meeting. So, yeah, she's saying, when are you getting off? I said, well, I've got a lot of important things to say. I better go. Alright, thanks guys for watching the stream. Did I do a Pritchard or did I ride longer after the stream than I did for the race? Well, after the race than I did for the stream. That's my life goal. Alright. I'll catch you on the back pedal chat where I spam it again and annoy Lords of Lego. Thanks Phil, thanks everyone else. I'll do my outro. As Mick said, I've got to put some credits on the outro.